Greetings, empowered souls. It's Shelly Bean, the Empowered Oracle. I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are in the world. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back and thank you. So happy new moon in Cancer, guys. Hope you guys are doing wonderful. I'm here to give you guys your July 2025 divine messages. This is going to be for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements of Leo Collective. What's up, Leo? Okay, so with that being said, as always, guys, if you're still here, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up like button. Please share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. When you do that, or at least hit the thumbs up button, it definitely helps keep me in the channel, in the algorithm. I definitely can't do that on my own, so your help is definitely needed and appreciated, as I'm always trying to reach as many collective as possible to be able to get the same messages. All right. And so with that being said, guys, let's tap into what your current energy is right now. And then I'm going to see what one of your strongest energies will be for July 2025, which begins at the end of July, will be your birthday season, Leo. Okay. Right now it is Cancer season. And if you haven't checked it out, I did a new moon in Cancer reading for the collective a few days ago, which is, I think it's helpful. So if you haven't checked it out, please feel free. And because it is Cancer season, I have to mention that I am having a special for my reads right now. So as always, you can find my Etsy link in the description area below. Just click on that and you'll find I'm running a special all through Cancer season, which I think ends July 22nd or July 23rd. So with that being said, let's see what your current energy is. Holy Divine Spirit, what is Leo's current energy right now? What is Leo Collective's current strongest energy right now? Holy Divine Spirit, what is Leo Collective's strongest current energy? Holy Divine Spirit, what is Leo Collective's current strongest energy? Thank you. Oh, okay. I like that. We have financial constraints, which came out in the reverse. So that's good. So it may look in the upright on your end because of, I'm reading and laying out cards from my perspective, from my view, and from my screen, but financial constraints came out in the reverse, which is good. So that means that you guys are currently coming out of some type of financial challenge. One of the things I want to mention too, because I've actually been looking at it, or I've actually seen it posted a few times just through people's comments, and it is now coming up as I'm reading this card here. One of the things that I know oftentimes we like to say, we like to use the word broke, B-R-O-K-E, like you could be saying it just, in passing or just through regular conversation with someone and say, oh, I'm broke, or, I can't go right now because I'm broke, or, I don't have enough money. Or when we say these things, we're actually manifesting. That's an example of unconscious creation, because we're always creating, we're always manifesting, whether we're consciously doing it or unconsciously. So I just want to put out there as a side note, make sure you're not using the word broke, or you don't have enough money, or we want to get away from saying words that are not helping us. We want to get away from words that are actually creating the very thing that we don't want. So I just felt like I had to say that in terms of being very cognizant of the words that we speak, because words are very much indeed spells. There's that. Okay. But you guys are coming out of whatever financial crunch that you guys have been having. So that's something that's great. That's good energy. So money could be looking up right now, maybe slowly but surely. But either way, it looks like there seems to be the smoke is being cleared. There's some kind of light at the end of the tunnel for you guys financially. So that's good. We also too have at the bottom, I was pointed to, is anxiety. So some of this may have been creating a bit of anxiety or angst for some of you all in terms of finances, which is totally understandable. So some of you guys might have been going through anxiety and some level of stress, maybe worried about money, your money status or financial stability or security and things of that nature. So, okay, so that's good that that card is in the reverse. So let's see what is one of the strongest energies that you guys will be facing July 2025. Holy Divine Spirit, what is one of the strongest energies for Leo Collective July 2025? So this is more future energy. Holy Divine Spirit, what is one of the strongest energies for Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements July 2025? Keep in mind that these messages won't be for every Leo. However, if you tapped onto my channel, more than likely there is a message in here for you, because I am reading on a collective level. So we had the Thinking Man, but it came out in reverse. I feel like I need to get another one. What is the other strongest energy for Leo Collective July 2025? Okay, this came out sideways. Angel of Love came out sideways. So you got the Thinking Man that came out in the reverse, and then we have Angel of Love that came out sideways. Okay, so for some of you guys in the area of relationships with the S, or a relationship singular, or some kind of connection, doesn't have to be romantic, but with the Angel of Love coming out sideways and then the Thinking Man coming out in the reverse. I feel like there's something that you're not sure about in terms of a connection with someone. There could be also some level of manipulation in this connection. And I don't feel like it's coming from you, Leo. I feel like it could be someone else that you're dealing with. I get the energy where you may be feeling like, or questioning whether or not you're being manipulated. I feel like there is some level of doubt that you have with a situation and or person in a connection, where you may be wondering or feeling like there's some level of I don't know, I wanted to say deceit, but there could be some level of manipulation, specifically if you do it intentionally. If you're intentionally manipulating, yes, that is definitely deceit. But there are cases, people plenty of times are unconsciously manipulating without the intent to hurt, or without the intent, it's something that some people are not consciously aware of that they're doing, in terms of like manipulating a situation or a person. So, but where there are situations, if there's situations where where there is a conscious intent to manipulate, then definitely that is deceit. So already this is feeling a bit murky. So yeah, I feel like you could be feeling like a situation that you're connected to, or a person, is a bit murky. You're having doubts. You're wondering, maybe someone's in your ear, or maybe you're not getting good advice or good information. Maybe the information that you're getting, Leo, is not coming from a reputable source or a good source. it could be leaving you confused because I feel it. I feel an energy of confusion all of a sudden. Let's check in with the Angel Tarot deck here. This is the deck that I only take in the upright. Oops. So, Holy Divine Spirit, what Angel Tarot message do you have for Leo Collective July 2025? Okay. What else? Holy Divine Spirit, what other message do you have for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 2025? Please and thank you. Oh gosh, it's kind of warm in here. Okay, thank you. Okay. Well, so at the bottom, well, never mind. I don't take those in reverse. But we have the Eight of Water, and then we have the Seven of Water. Eight of Water, which is like the Eight of Cups, talks about walking away from a situation, leaving, letting go, searching for something elsewhere, searching for fulfillment elsewhere, or being guided to leave and releasing yourself from a situation. Then we have Seven of Water. It talks about choices, overanalyzing, and procrastination again. So the Seven of Water, which is like the Seven of Cups, again, can also talk about confusion. And I did mention that I felt a bit confused. I felt this energy of confusion, and definitely with the thinking man, which talks about being in your headspace and your thoughts. With this thinking man coming out in reverse, it's like reiterating, it's emphasizing this energy here where July, you guys are going maybe in a situation where you're confused about whether or not to walk away from a connection or situation because there's some doubt. You have some doubt or will be having some doubt about a situation that you're not sure about, a situation or a person that you're not sure about. It will leave you confused. And because you might get in that energy, Leo, where you're thinking of all different types of scenarios that are attached to this person or your connection. And that is what may leave you confused. Your mind might go different places in trying to figure out or speculate and overanalyze. And that's how we often confuse ourselves. I do feel this energy for someone here, whoever resonates with this reading. So you got two energies here. Well, you have two different things going on here, Leo. You have an energy where you are coming out of some type of financial challenge, which is great. But then you have another area of your life, Leo, that looks to be highlighted in July, where you're going to be left with the decision or choice to walk away from a situation or person. And I do feel like it is in an area of love. It could be romance. I am feeling that more heavily as an energy more than anything. I just feel like you are going to be confused about where you stand in this situation. And this person could say something or do something that may make you have second doubts about whether or not this person is on the up and up. As I said, I get an energy of some type of manipulation. And again, it could be unconscious manipulation, you know, unintentional, but then it could be the opposite. It could be intentional manipulation. Let me clear this. That energy is a bit heavy. It was getting heavy. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on with this, because this very well may be a very specific message for someone. It may not be for a good number of you guys, but this is what I'm channeling for someone, and I always have to honor what it is that's coming through. Let's get some other messages for you guys for July 2025. What other messages, Holy Spirit, do you have for Leo Collective, Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, July 2025? Please and thank you. Hopefully, guys, I don't know if I called you guys Gemini. If I did, I apologize. I don't know why I feel like I may have called you guys Gemini, but I did not mean to. Okay, so yeah, we have avoidance, stalemate, then we have epiphany and breakthrough. So you're going to be having definitely an epiphany or breakthrough about the situation that may make you feel a bit stuck, which is causing a bit of a stalemate in your life. Someone, it could be you, Leo, or whoever you're connected to, that may have a bit of a avoidant attitude. But whatever it is, you're going to come to an epiphany and have a breakthrough about whatever that it is that you're confused about, whether you're starting to get confused now, whether that's happening now, or whether as we go into July, that becomes an issue. And then you have your epiphany. And then it's interesting where I put the card, because I put the card right over the Eight of Water, or the Eight of Cups, that talks about walking away. I feel like for whoever this reading belongs to, once you have this epiphany about this person or this situation or connection, you will end up walking away. I think right now you're trying to get clarity about something that you're just not sure about yet, but you will get that clarity eventually. And I do feel like it's something that is going to more than likely happen for you as we move through the month of July. Yeah. There's an energy about there's someone or something that's bringing you too much doubt, that's making you speculate too much, and that's bringing you too much doubt, and that's putting you too much in your head to the point where you're not going to trust it. You're not going to trust the situation, or you're not going to trust that person, because there's something that this person or situation has demonstrated that has made you doubtful, and that has made you question the trust. All right, so let me get 3 Cancerian oracle messages for Leo Collective, July 2025. What 3 Cancerian oracle messages do you need to hear at this time for July 2025, Divine Spirit, for Leo? What 3 Cancerian messages do we have for Leo Collective, July 2025? I don't know. Did I mention? I'm not sure. I can't remember if I mentioned whether or not, because it's Cancer season, I'm having a special. I'm running a bit of a special all through Cancer season for private readings if you need one for your specific situation. So my information is going to be in the description area below. Sorry, I can't remember if I mentioned it. So can I have 2 more for Leo Collective, July 2025? Please and thank you. One more. Okay. Leo, it says alone time, self-care, enjoy your peace, and recharge. So you're being encouraged by divine spirit to take care of yourself. Make sure that you're not overindulging in this energy, obsessing over this energy, giving too much of your energy to the situation that is draining you. So it talks about self-care and enjoying your peace and making sure that you make time and be intentional about recharging yourself, okay? Then we have stop waiting, take action now. Now, this could be small pieces of action. It doesn't have to be anything dramatic or on a big scale. So whatever it is that you need to take action on, you can take small steps towards it if that applies to you. But make sure that you're not overdoing something. I have to emphasize that. And then we have, wow, stop overthinking. Stop overthinking. This is being emphasized again, to stop overthinking. Don't obsess over trying to figure out so much, because it's going to create more confusion for you. Make sure that you're not too much in your head about the situation, because the more you confuse yourself, the more stressful it becomes. So make sure you're not overthinking, over obsessing, over indulging in that energy. All right. Because as I'm giving this reading, I feel a bit drained in this, and I've gone through most of the zodiac already for July, and I haven't been drained yet. I didn't start getting drained really until I started this reading, to be honest with you. That's the energy that I'm getting. So definitely take care of yourself, Leo, and make sure that you are not, make sure you're taking care of your energy. All right. So let's get a sacred destiny message for you guys as well. Holy Divine Spirit, what sacred destiny message thank you, that we have for Leo? We have change. We have change. There's a change that you need to make, Leo, that is going to be, that's going to serve you well at this time, especially as we go into July and furthermore into your birthday season, okay? And specifically, let's get the specific message for you guys. So change. Leo, it's okay to change your mind. It's all right to change directions. You do not need to be consistent. This is a time to put the needs and expectations of others aside and listen to the beat of your own drum. You don't need to follow tradition. Create your own traditions. You are free to express yourself and let your spirit fly. Be daring. Go beyond predictable behavior. Just because something has always been done a certain way doesn't mean that it needs to continue to be done that way. You can't control the exact circumstances of your life, but you can control what meaning you give to them. Select meanings that empower you, for this is the time to be carefree, wild, and unpredictable. Yes, be that lion that you are. And being free is about following your heart and following your energy and doing things that make you feel good and not not conforming to societal traditions and expectations, and also taking care of yourself. It mentions self-care with this. So this is part of the change that's going to serve you well. And this is definitely what Spirit is encouraging you to do as we go further into July, or as we enter July, I should say. Sorry. All right. With that being said, guys, let's get you 3 Moonology messages for this new moon in Cancer energy. Holy Divine Spirit, what 3 Moonology messages do we have for Leo Collective for this new moon in Cancer energy? What 3 messages for Leo Collective at this time during this new moon in Cancer energy? Thank you. We have, it's time to take action. So you got 2 cards that talk about taking action. It depends on what type of action it is, you know. That's for you to discern. But there is another message talking about you guys needing to take some type of action. Only you'll know what action that is that you need to take, because it is different for everybody. So this is confirmation for you, for some of you all. We have nothing is yet set in stone. Exactly, because energy changes all the time. There are some things that are divinely fated to happen, but then there are a lot of things that are not fated to happen. That's how energy changes. Energy is always changing. So some things are not always set in stone. Lastly, we have Divine Spirit has such a sense of humor. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. That's you guys here, this Leo. So some of you guys could be dealing with pride issues somewhere in your life. All right. So with that being said, Leo, these are your messages. I hope that they resonated and that you at least found them helpful in some way, shape, or form. As always, until the next episode, guys, and upload, be well and be at peace. Ashe.